This NFL Props Week 3 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Randy Cross. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Hello, Sean.
What's happening?
Really nice ladder working later in the episode. And there was the signs on the way to work today were very like end of the world Terminator, where we are dealing with some humidity and electrical storms in Southern California. And I saw a work truck pulled off to the side. What I could only, in my mind, envision was rescuing ladders. They were strapping, so either they fell off their truck in the first place, but they were picking up ladders from the margin of the freeway, very dangerous, and strapping them. It did look like one of those shopping cart pickup trucks, though. So I'm kind of thinking they were rescuing some ladders.
Scrap metal. Joining us in studio, the laddie daddy himself, the man who finds all the ladders in need, from the Bottom Line Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. CJ Sullivan, what's happening, CJ?
What's up, fellas? And I do always recommend to adopt your ladders if possible.
Yes.
Because
adopt, don't shop. There are plenty of ladders out there in crawl spaces, in tool sheds, in attics, just getting. They're not getting the light of day. They're not getting stepped on. They're not having that top step be challenged as to whether or not it's a step.
So many ladders need homes out there. Home ladders and shed ladders, of course.
Also, CJ, I feel like it's been a while since you went to PetSmart on a Friday night to score some pet related ladders. You had a nice collection going. Are you full of ladders? Where are you at? When was the last time you bought a novelty ladder?
Well, I mean, there comes a time when you reassess things in life, and in my ladder inventory was getting high. And
Is there a correlation between love life and ladder hoarding?
they do say lucky in ladders, unlucky in love, and it's a saying that I took seriously. And some people said maybe you should clean up the ladders here in the bachelor pad here, what's not. So we're
too many ladders.
We're trying to limit the ladder purchasing, that's for sure. I mean, that shtick was already out there. People, have taken it.
There are a lot of people stealing the ladder emojis.
Yeah, it's not that I'm done adding ladders. I'm looking for different kinds of ladders, new ladders. And God bless the good people at PetSmart, though. They do miss me. So
what was it? Grand larceny? Is that like when you steal a lot of shit?
Yes, absolutely. It depends on how much it's worth.
That's the ladder. The ladder theft was grand. It was like the Lufthansa heist.
It's just all
everyone
ladders.
just talks about it like it was just a word everyone used.
Right.
And last week we should have debuted whatever the extreme slide is. So whatever they get the kitty out of the tree fire truck ladder is for the slide. Should have played that for Derrick Henry. My God.
Oh yes, nice call.
What
on
a
that,
time
Kramer.
to call under on Derrick Henry.
Beautiful reverse ladder.
Hit my Adam Troutman anytime touchdown. That was a nice ka-ching there. And yeah, let's run it back. I got a nice juicy anytime touchdown. I got a anytime touchdown parlay, 180-1. We got the ladders. We got a lot going on. Kramer, kick things off.
180-1.
Yeah,
wow, you trying to show us up?
Well, yes.
Cocksucker. All right.
Wow, Ryan's really salty.
All right, so let's start with
salt and cocks.
Yeah, I know.
The first couple
coming
minutes.
out firing. I'm
coming out of both your mouths.
I was just teasing the audience, saying I got a 180-1 parlay.
Yeah, no,
Ryan felt insulted.
I would never actually trying to insult them, calling them a cocksucker.
Both your mouths can use a little cleaner.
That's a theatrical word. if we were on the street, you would have been a cunt.
It's a term. It's a term.
I'm not going to say cocksucker.
It's just a figure of speech.
Too many syllables if I really hated you. All right. let's start with a little bit of a double. You can call this 2 bets. I'm going to only count it as 1. David Njoku over 35.5 receiving yards. Green Bay has given up 13 catches for 150 yards and a touchdown on 18 targets to Detroit and Washington. I certainly think Njoku, and yeah, you could bring up the idea of Harold Fannin, but he's out there now, so that's and they don't exactly work the same part of the field. Again, having Fannin wear 44 to make teams think he's a fullback is genius, but Njoku seem. I mean, the one thing the Packers defense really hasn't been good at is this. You look at their DVOA numbers across all the other positions; they're very much in the top 10. Here, they're bottom 10. And so we're going to take the yardage over the yardage 35.5, and you have to. The anytime is plus 350
for David Njoku.
Fannin is like plus 440. I'm just alert. I didn't want to.
Fannon's 440.
I didn't want to be the one to give out, but
I got to add a lot more bets.
Njoku over the. You know what? Fuck it. Njoku and Fannin over the yard and touchdown.
Right? No,
I'm doing it.
Take it back.
This show is
CJ, strike this from the right.
This show is
Kramer already squeezing in bonus
off the wheels.
I'll just give out a couple extra bets. I'm sorry.
All right.
Hey, listen, someone got in my DMs this morning and said, "Hey man, can I interest you in a Browns Giants money line parlay?" I said, "Absolutely."
Someone said in the pick show was like, "Up another week, another opportunity of Ryan to talk me into Giants money line."
I think I talked him into it.
It seems like, may I interest you instead? If try the Jets instead on the money line instead of the Giants.
Oh, Jets, Giants, and Browns,
or just Jets, Browns.
Very fascinating.
CJ, bring some sense to this program. What do you got for your first NFL Week 3 player prop?
All right, well, I'll stick with the tight ends there. We always it was a very tight end friendly show, and I'm going to lead off the bat with it because I almost took it off the list because of the standard prop bullying happening during the rehearsals here in the studio. I've already been told it's chalky, moppy, all the fantasies and injuries, everything about. I was told 4 different reasons.
Feedback.
Why this is even worth even mentioning on the air, but I'm going to go with it anyway, and that's Tyler Warren.
Yes, I'm with you, CJ. Pound it out. That's one of mine.
I mean, he leads all tight ends in targets per route run rate. As you would like that. He has 155 yards, 8 targets a game. Tennessee allows tight ends to catch at an 83% rate. His total is what? 4.5 catches and 42.5 yards, something like that. I'm going to go with the receptions if you want to handle the yards.
Yeah.
So I know you enjoy the yards there. 8 targets a game, 5 catches. Tyler Warren is my front runner for rookie of the year, in a pretty low rookie class there for an offense.
Very interesting rookie class.
It's very interesting.
Dart's still alive.
Dart is still alive. Listen, I've been touting Dart rookie year tickets.
You have since before I was.
Yeah, I was giving you when we were off the board for speed bets, but
true.
Tyler Warren over 4.5 receptions. I think the Colts have a nice day in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and I'm not worried about the toe injury. The toe is the buzzword for injuries now at the Burrow.
It's gonna be turf toe. Look out! He's gonna be limping out there, not 100% on the push off.
Yeah.
He had a limited practice today. If they were that worried about the foot, they wouldn't have him be out there. Is my take on it.
Good point. And ever since I saw him at the Coliseum last year. Versus US have 250 total yards versus USC.
And Kramer's theory that his hands would be too small to catch the football.
Waiting on that to pop up as an issue.
When do you project that being an issue that craters his NFL career? Danny Dimes throws a very catchable ball.
That's the downfield accuracy has been very out of character. So
what it's called.
Toes are important to be athletic and make sharp movements. So good luck, guys. That's all I can say.
I'm on the yards. I obviously like the catches as well, but I'll take the yards because he can get loose in the seam. And Colts are dealing with a receiver injury. I think that's going to create even more opportunities for Tyler Warren. Like CJ said, Panthers leading the league, most yards allowed to the tight end as well as a bunch of receptions. So smash it. Give me Tyler Warren over 46.5 receiving yards.
Titans, you meant, just as a correction.
Yeah.
Oh yes, my bad. I don't know. For some reason I keep getting the the Falcons playing
Yeah, Falcons playing Panthers, Colts
at
Titans.
the Panthers, and then the Colts Titans. For some reason, they're all in the same division in my mind, and I keep merging the games.
Yeah, it seems like one big joint practice that they could they'll switch at halftime. Okay, Colts offense versus Panthers defense. Falcons defense versus Titans offense.
And I'll pick up. I'll give out my second prop here because it is from the Panthers Falcons game. Bijan Robinson over 21.5 receiving yards. This to me, I love this opportunity. Again, the Panthers defense has been pretty bad, not getting a pass rush, not getting much out of their linebackers. The Falcons also still dealing with Darnell Mooney's a little banged up. Drake London off the shoulder injury. He had 100 receiving yards, Bijan, in his first game against the Bucs, and then even game 2 against the Vikings, where Penix only threw for 135 passing yards. He still had 25 of those receiving yards. So he's getting like 20% of the receiving yards in a bad game. I think in a good game against his Panthers, they love getting him the ball out of the backfield in the passing game. So yeah, give me Bijan Robinson over 21.5 receiving yards. Kramer, you on board with that?
Yeah, I was kind of I was trying to figure out a way to get involved in that one, and as you know, I will. My DGens only parlay probably has something to do with defensive touchdowns, but I was looking very hard at the Falcons actually. Offensive line injuries for the Panthers.
Yeah.
That pass rush seemed to show up. We know in 2021 they switched from grass to field turf in Carolina, so the pass rush can get off faster.
Well, and we'll see. I mean, AJ Terrell and James Pierce didn't log a practice today. That's probably what kept me off of locking
Terrell's
up.
out.
Yeah. Oh, he's officially out.
I mean, it's a hamstring.
It seems like
play. Pierce is the one that there's.
If he plays, that's certainly huge. And those defensive injuries probably is what kept me up from locking him up. But it'll be interesting to see if they play. Either way, the Panthers O line is just so bad.
And I hope, is anyone else playing a prop from that game?
I had some Algier I was looking around at.
Well,
but,
I mean, worth noting, just as so the audience can be informed, the Algier number was one of the numbers that it's moved like 10 yards since it opened.
Really?
All the
That's
sharp,
crazy.
What's it at now? I had 40.5 for rushing Algier.
Okay, so I believe it was somewhere in the. And so it's even moved more. I believe it was somewhere in like the mid 20s when it opened.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and so the super sharps out there,
Sure,
plucking it up.
Carolina run defense.
Now,
well, I'm gonna take it off. I got a bad number. It's off.
No,
it's off the board. It's off the board.
Oh,
It's off the board.
Off the board.
Well, I was also going to point out
That should be a sideshow. All the picks I got bullied off my sheet. That
those are where the real winners happen.
Not being sharp.
I'm staying with you on Tyler Warren. CJ Kramer, give us another prop.
Well, you know what? It was on the list. I was gonna save it just to throw in the VSiN best bet pile, but I think it's safe to go back to it. Kyle Pitts.
Wow,
this is an insane matchup. They've been horrible. They're going out of their way to talk up his run blocking this week. Now the question I have for the panel: do you play the touchdown, or do you play the receiving yards?
He hasn't gotten a touchdown yet. Doesn't obviously only 2 games there. What's the touchdown price?
Let me just get the updated one since I'm on the.
They
page.
are splitting them out wide. As a Drake London fantasy owner, it's very tilting watching Pitts
All right, so
fall down for
the
his 8-yard
touchdown is
slants.
plus 290. The yardage is 40.5.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Is that the move?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Drake London. I mean, he's gone for a game against Minnesota. He had 4 for 37. Against Tampa Bay, he had 7 for 59.
Yeah, no, I mean the Panthers are horrible against tight ends.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you're fine. I think I would just go yards.
Fun nugget about how bad they are against tight ends. DVOA, which some adjustment for your opponent, although very early in the season, so not super useful. You have like kind of the bad teams, which they're represented by Denver, Minnesota, Baltimore, Chicago, Green Bay. It's kind of like this cluster of like in Chicago. These teams suck against the tight end. Then you get to a tier where you're like this team might not even be trying against the tight end, which is Miami. And then you twice as bad to get to the Washington Commanders, and then completely off the grid is Carolina with one of the worst numbers I've ever actually seen. So if you're ever going to play Kyle Pitts,
This is the time. Smash.
This
five.
is the time.
Play his yards. And yeah, I think
Right.
I did confuse. I did put the Panthers stat under the Tyler Warren handicap because I was
Yeah, same. They're close in color.
well, yeah, they're similar dog shit teams. But I still like fading the Titans defense with Tyler Warren there. CJ, prop number 2. What do you got for the folks?
Prop number 2. I want to do even an anytime touchdown. In Kramer's honor, hopefully he rips it off his sheet. I'm not really, but I know some fantasy Hall of Famer was just ripping your bets apart at pre-show as well.
Oh, I was so mad. But real quick, workshopping a name for doing like an anytime touchdown segment. We're gonna head over to the Titty Bar.
Oh, okay.
The TD bar.
Yeah. That's what I said. The titty bar.
The titty bar open.
Yeah, going to the titty bar
during the daytime. A little lunch hour titty bar.
You hit the T too much, and you got.
I'm going to the buffet.
I'm gonna go to the TD bar.
No, that's what we call it. We're hitting the buffet.
Yeah. And also a little tip of the cap to Sean's plus 550 last week with the Troutman. This is also a plus 550 defensive touchdown, which might as well be an offensive touchdown this week. And that's the Cincinnati Bengals to score. Carson Wentz.
Oh yes.
Carson Wentz underneath the center.
Okay.
Just I keep watching that Colts interception he threw to the Titans.
Here's the thing.
Hold on, before you go with
ahead.
your handicap, are you playing? Do you care about having the special teams touchdown, or do you want? Is defense only okay?
Defense only is fine with me.
9-1 at the Blue Book.
9-1 Blue Book with special teams. It's 550.
Yeah. So which would you rather have?
Wow. Well, I mean, when you put it like that,
take the 9-1. Right? You're fading Carson Wentz.
Yeah, you take 9-1. And here's the thing about Carson Wentz, and I'm not a Carson Wentz truther, but I'm a little sympathizer. And he, of course, ever since he got injured, he was never really the same quarterback. He could not avoid trouble the way he used to. At the same time, he's been serviceable as a quarterback, as a backup, and his numbers are fine. I call it the Tim Wakefield RIP knuckleball effect, where his numbers are fine, but if you watch him,
yes,
and the one time when he does bad, it's so bad you can't unsee it.
Well,
and you need him out of your city, you need him out of your team. I mean, he almost led the Colts to the playoffs that one year, and they had a drastic loss.
Yeah, they had they lost that last game against the Jags. They were big favorites on the road.
Get him to out of here.
I never want to see that motherfucker again.
Right, and he does those things like that pass. Right, he'll tip it back up into his end zone, and it's like a knuckleballer. He can go 18-5, whatever. But
when they smoke it, it looks so bad.
Yeah, when someone hits a home run off a 45-mile-an-hour pitch, you're like, oh, I can throw that wiffle ball. What the hell? We could get him out of here.
Kramer, I sent you I sent you a Wentz photo to pull up. And while you're doing that, yes, he can be crazy. Yes, he can be a huge pain in the ass. Yes, you don't want him being your franchise quarterback, but Carson Wentz, the Ginger Gazelle himself, the redheaded Viking, he will run. He will run for his life. He's played basically 3 games in the last couple of years. He's scored in 2 of them. Carson Wentz anytime touchdown, 5-1.
Now, can you get a rushing attempt? Remember that game when he saved for the Rams? That's how we got that Rams Lions playoff game when week 18 game, whatever. He had 17 rushing. There it is, right there. That's beautiful. He had 17 rushing attempts. Yeah, he's right-handed.
He's right.
He's absolutely right-handed.
That wasn't even the one. I was trying to find the one of the Texans interception of Phil. I couldn't find a good freeze frame, but him left-handed throwing an interception. Look at Max Crosby's taking him down. That's the problem. Wentz doesn't know when plays should end, and if there's anyone to get a strip sack, return for a touchdown, it certainly could be like Trey Hendrickson, something like that. But CJ, you mentioned it, going to the game log, and it's always painful seeing some of these previous game logs. For whatever reason, he played in that blowout loss against the Broncos. Only attempted 17 passes. I don't know if they had him in for the full game. Didn't attempt to rush. That was kind of weird for him. His previous start that you mentioned, Rams, at the 49ers, they ended up sneaking out a win. It was when the Rams were resting their starters. Like you said, 17 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
His start before for the Washington Commanders, he got 28 pass attempts, 3 rushing attempts, 7 yards, 1 touchdown. So I think he has a nose for this goal line. He's going to do anything he can. he desperately wants to stay in the league. And how does he do that? By winning games. How does he win games? He gets in the end zone. He also will hold on to the ball way too long, and there'll be some crazy turnovers. So this Bengals Vikings game is going to be wild. And going back to Kramer's point, who likes the Bengals, I'm also picked the Bengals. Kramer ended up making the Bengals a lock. Just look at the market and say, should Carson Wentz be a favorite? I think the answer is no.
Yeah, I mean they're updating the injury news from when we talked like last night, or Wednesday night. They are like the secondary for the Bengals certainly is banged up. So but it's still Carson Wentz with a shaky offensive line. So
what do we do? Have we any updates on their left tackle, Darisaw? Do we think he plays? Van Ginkel for the Vikings on the defensive side is a pretty big injury. And shout out to us on the pregame show, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon East, youtube.com/sportsgambling podcast. We will be getting joined by our buddy Sebastian, aka the DGen Doc. So going to give us a injury report there on Sunday, which is helpful. I feel like it's tough to get, and definitely follow him on X. Because I have not found like a good injury source, honestly.
Yeah, what I would recommend with him is alerts on every day but Saturday while he's watching college football. Then turn the alerts off for Saturday, then turn them back on for injuries on Sunday. Update on Darisaw, full practice Wednesday, DNP Thursday. So that's, I would say that, much like Andrew Thomas, part of the plan. So maybe he's not playing this week. Listen, that they don't have their backup left tackle either, Sean. Carson Wentz with a third string left tackle.
Oh, come on. He doesn't need a left tackle. That's why he's going to be running for his life out there. He's going to hold on to the ball for a really long time and then go on a run.
Oh my God. I'm looking at the full list here. So both tackles were DMPs today. Starting center also DMP today. Josh Oliver, their run blocking tight end, limited. And then a shitload, 3 linebackers: Austin Keys, Van Ginkel, and Grenard. Although Grenard got a full practice in today, so Vikings are in trouble. Love my lock even more right now. Thanks for asking.
I was going to ask.
I've got so much scratch on my paper over here. I've given out the double Cleveland tight end yardage anytime touchdown. We talked about Kyle Pitts. Did we? We've not talked about
Bijan. You gave out?
No, I'm just going to stay in this game.
Yeah.
No, I didn't give out Bijan.
So you gave out receiving.
I gave out Bijan receiving.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. You asked me about Algier.
Yeah, you're right. That's we were talking Algier and how
all right,
all those donkey sharps got on it way early in the week. All right, staying in the Bengals game. I know Browning has a pretty big passing yards number, and I originally was like, all right, let me look for the rushing yards. They weren't there. There's a anytime touchdown potential, but we're not going to give that out right here. There's also just in general passing. I think they're going to be able to move the ball. Okay. Not playing over 240 or whatever his passing yards is. So I was like, let me look into this a little bit. T Higgins, Minnesota has not been very good against wide receiver 2s. I think the style of play when you have a backup quarterback to be a contested catch guy, it's always shocking to me how big T Higgins is out there. 51.5 receiving yards. We're going to go over. It's only -110. And I think Chase is 71.5 for reference. Also part of the reason I'm going this way. And I think there's going to be opportunity. I mean, Browning at times looked very okay, even though there was some pressure. He did throw 3 interceptions, but in some ways he's taking the shots. That's what I need. So take the shots to Higgins.
But he has a history and a much better, more recent history than even Carson Wentz, certainly than JJ McCarthy. That's why I was hoping it was going to be JJ starting this game. And to your point, they played each other in that huge game toward the end of the season where Browning had that big comeback. And remember, he hit Higgins a lot. That one play where Higgins threw the ball over the pylon like backwards. Browning has a connection with Higgins.
Well, and I also just think there's like some of the throws that he makes are very much like. I mean, Chase is going to have the same ability to catch it, but T Higgins very much compatible.
Yes.
Yeah, they seem to have good chemistry, and Browning, he looked pretty respectable. I mean, Browning. Part of the reason we talked ourselves into Will Levis, at least for me, the passing yards was wow. Look what this. Look what Callahan did with Jake Browning and getting all those passing yards.
Well,
so
that's the moment where we realized Zach Taylor's offense.
Maybe
Zach Taylor's
Zach
in charge of the offense.
Jake Browning, not a Callahan thing, as you can tell. CJ, what's another prop for the folks?
All right, I'll stay in that game since that's how we're doing an affiliation game. Now, this is probably another chalky moppy play. Everyone knows Jordan Mason will be the bell cow this week with Aaron Jones out and backup quarterback Carson Wentz. They've even made comments that they are not worried about how many attempts he gets. And he has all the abilities to be the bell cow this week. There's no even talk of giving him any kind of a spell here. And 17.5 is his attempts, 69.5 is his yards. I'll go with the yards. But I like them both. These Bengals who gave up 176 total yards and 2 touchdowns last week to Jacksonville running backs on just 28 touches. That's over 5.25 per carry. Minnesota's got even a better O-line, I would say, run blocking than Jacksonville does. I mean, there's just no one else they're going to be able to give the ball to, and they're going to have to rely on with Carson. They're not going to let Carson Wentz throw the ball 50 times.
No.
It's a great play.
I like the Jordan Mason stuff, and the fact that they don't have Aaron Jones makes me like the Carson Wentz anytime.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And but like I said, yeah,
and I like Jordan Mason anytime too. But the price,
not worth the price.
It's price factored in.
I'll go with the yards on him.
Yards instead of attempts.
Absolutely,
both are good. I would say
both are very good, and this Bengals defense is absolutely horrendous. Let's not forget.
There's, I mean, they've just been bad. Mason, very strong play. Like that one, CJ. Nothing negative to say.
No, I like when I get the one Kramer for approval. There's one.
Kramer is great. Yeah. He will pre-screen if you're talking about stuff. He will pre-screen it, tell you why it sucks before the show. It's great for a pre-show.
I want that hard criticism. I need those hard truths.
Because see, Kramer doesn't know what it's like to be in a green room, and then you're like talking about and then someone puts the hex on you. You don't realize it, but it'll be like someone coming to visit you to watch the show. Well, hey, don't bomb out there.
The whole time, like, why would they say that? You're thinking about the entire time during your set.
Crowd feels real dead out there tonight. You're gonna really need to kill them, or the opposite. Like, there's no way you mess up this show. It's great.
Don't pay attention to how they're reacting because that
was always
It doesn't seem like they like anything out there.
It'd be one thing, like if as a performer, you know whether you did well or not, but people coming up to you and the most insulting, if you really want to fuck up someone's head, a comedian, after their show, go up to him and be like, I gotta say, that was really brave going up there and doing that, calling someone brave instead of nothing else. Just tell them what they did was very brave.
Nothing bothered you up there.
That's the most insult.
You went through it. Nothing bothered you up there.
Like if you said the show sucked, you could be like, oh, fuck that person. They don't know what they're talking about. But if you say they're brave, that's them trying to be nice and thinking of something else they can compliment you besides the humor of it.
Have you ever gotten that?
It was admirable.
Oh yeah. People will definitely be like, oh, I would never have the guts to go up there and do that.
So
that
when
was
someone
very
says
brave.
that means you sucked.
No, it just means you accomplished. You went up and talked on stage. Then they could never do that.
Yeah,
because they want to talk about anything else than how much you ate it.
Nothing better when I tell you that they couldn't do that. Yeah, no, you couldn't do that. I know.
I have shame as a human.
I know you're a plumber during the day. I didn't know you couldn't do.
Yeah, that's the other. I could never embarrass myself like that on stage, and you did it. You did it. Congrats.
That's funny.
I got a little trivia question for you guys. Who has more rushing yards this season, Patrick Mahomes or Christian McCaffrey?
Mahomes.
What? No way. No way. There's no way. Christian McCaffrey, I'd say.
CJ, you're right.
Yes.
But it's way closer than you think. Christian McCaffrey has 124 rushing yards. Patrick Mahomes only behind him on 1 yard. Oh, wow. 123 rushing, 123 yards. If you look at people who have had double-digit carries, he is the highest yards per carry in the league, and he's going up against a Giants team that doesn't mind giving up yards to rushing quarterbacks. I think they're going to sit back and try and make Mahomes beat them, and I think he's going to have to with his rushing. Patrick Mahomes, they're certainly adjusted, and he's been running a lot, but I don't see it slowing down, especially on a Sunday night prime time game when the Chiefs cannot go 0-3 over 29.5 rushing yards for Patrick Mahomes.
It is wild how his number just keeps like creeping up.
It's going up, but it needs to go up by way more because he has 123 yards so far this season. Of course, we're brought to you by mybookie.ag. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. Get you 100% bet back bonus up to $500. T's and C's do apply there. Love mybookie.ag. Getting in on the Texans money line over on mybookie.ag. The AFC South flow chart tells you that the Texans always do well in Jacksonville. Kramer, do you remember the exact numbers? But they're like what, 11-1 straight up in Jacksonville over the last 12 games.
Oh my goodness. Brought up the data for the flow chart. And
yeah, the money line's moving a little bit here. It's still plus 105 over on mybookie.ag. Use the promo code SGPN so they know we sent you, and so you can get that 100% bet back bonus up to $500. T's and C's do apply. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market, available in so many states, including Florida, Texas, California. That's the only thing Texas and California can agree on these days, is that Novig is the place to go for your sports prediction needs. You can spend $5, get $50 over on Novig when you use our promo code SGPN. Download the Novig app, enter that promo code SGPN.
The last 10, Houston 9-1 straight up, 7-2-1 ATS.
Let's go. All right, so I've given out 4 props. Kramer, where are you at? How many more you got?
Let's see. Well, I've given out now 6 because I went crazy on. I quadded up on the first one, but because I'm kind of feeling myself after that Derrick Henry hit.
Yes.
The next move is to find who's the under this week, and we talked about this game and how the Bucs offensive line was really getting destroyed. They've since lost another guard. So they're effectively, if you look at their projected starting line from the start of the season, they are without both tackles. Their center is playing left tackle. Their right guard is their left guard is playing center, and they're effectively playing third string / practice squad guys now at the guard positions, and they're playing a practice squad tackle with their center.
So you're looking at what, a Bucky or Irving under?
Well, now up until through right now, the Bucs are #1 EPA per carry and success rate, in spite of the injuries they've dealt with so far, which majority of that has been the tackles. Now with the interior going down in a little bit of a cluster injury, you got to wonder if they can keep this up. So I know,
and I feel like we didn't hit on it enough during the game. But partly because it hurts the Texans' point, but the Bucs had like a last-second win on Monday night, and now you got to travel on the short week
with a lot of your depth at offensive line
with
now
the O-line stuff. Yeah,
just you're at starting practice squad guys with backups, not good talent there. Everyone's a little banged up. Baker's a little banged up. I think they're gonna try to run the ball a little bit, but the Jets, after allowing 200 yards last week, in what was not a great performance from them, they got together, and it wasn't a players only meeting, but the defensive players did make a pact.
I saw that.
Quote,
not gonna let
it won't
200
ever
yards
happen again. And so we're gonna go under on Bucky Irving 70.5 rushing yards. Not to mention Rachaad White definitely gets put in for drives at a time, and so there's also that element to it. Also, they could strangely fall behind here, I think, a little bit. And the last thing I'll say, we didn't talk about this much in the matchup, but I mean, Ibuka out, Sauce has to prove something against Mike Evans. I keep liking the Jets more and more, which is
scary.
Very scary.
But I think the steady hand of Tyrod makes me feel a little bit better, and how good Tyrod's been as a dog,
and the symbolism of the Hokies program being reborn as Tyrod wins an NFL game. We can connect those.
I wasn't going there.
No.
Shout out to Amanda Hugging Kiss. Always appreciate hearing from Amanda. Folks may be familiar with the expression "the holy triumvirate, which has a religious origin.
Nope.
In music, Rush has been called the HT in music circles. The DJ and gambling HT is here right now. Appreciate that, Amanda, and nice Rush shout out.
Yeah.
Today's Tom Sawyer. I heard that many a time on WZZO, local classic rock station. CJ
Kramer's definitely the Neil Peart of the triumvirate. It's very, very precise.
Great Rush
You guys and your big words.
Neil Peart.
That's a name.
You and your references to other things. CJ, drop us with another prop.
All right. I like that quarterback rushing prop there that you went with. I kind of want to attack this game. And this is a back against the wall. Anytime a quarterback is back against the wall, they're going to run the ball.
Scamper.
There's definitely a scamperer. Caleb Williams at home versus Dallas there in a huge shootout game. I mean, Dallas, of course, he just let up 450 yards to Russell Wilson, something he's only done once before in his career. So you can attack this many ways, but his rushing prop is only 24.5 yards. He's already ran for 85 and a touchdown so far in 2 tight games. The offense looked better, I think, last week. It's only going to improve. I think it's going to be a nice Bears game. I think he scores a touchdown. That's plus 270 if you want to get in on that. But I'll just go with over 24.5 yards for Caleb Williams.
Love it. Love it. So I've given out 4. Kramer, do you have? I have one more I should give out. I'll give it out now because CJ was just talking about him rushing. I also like Caleb Williams passing yards over 233.5. The Cowboys defense just led up 450 yards to Russell Wilson, one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think the Bears are going to be able to throw on this Cowboys team with planned out. It is open season for this Cowboys secondary, and the Cowboys are on the road, and the Cowboys defense is definitely looking forward to the Micah Parsons game next week. They're not going to be worried about this lowly Bears team that everyone thinks sucks.
I would say this as well. It is a very, like, rewatching the Giants game. They did the same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. It's they are not going to confuse Caleb, which that's how you confuse Caleb. They're also Chicago quietly in second place in explosive plays in the NFL.
Absolutely.
And I also like the Odunze stuff. If you just want to play Odunze, that's fine.
He's on my card.
Okay.
He's on my card. I'm not giving it out. I'm not giving it out. He's on the he's in the bullpen there if need be. If Kramer shame me out of any other picks like out
I
here,
like that. You got to bring extras.
I always got to bring extra.
Shout out to Peanut in the chat saying, "Holy shit, this guy uses pen and paper." #respect.
Damn right.
He does. He uses everything.
I'm the analog man. I bring paper and passion. I'm the man in the box. You better subscribe to the bottom line box.
Old fashioned football.
I like that.
AKA J Mark checking in saying, "Love the optimism. Bears lose by 20." Hey, the Bears can lose by 20, and Caleb still throws for 234 passing yards. That is, and Odunze having a decent.
I was just gonna say he had 7 for 120 and 2 touchdowns last week. You're obviously not chasing those numbers, but it's only 60.5 yards his total for over. And you saw what Wendell and his Malik Neighbors did last week. And Cowboys allowed the second most since J Mark's in the house. I'll give him a stat that he likes the second most fantasy points to wide receivers in all the NFL.
He does like a good fantasy.
He does, and it's just a high volume of passing too. I mean, it's just that's what makes it crazy too. Like because that's a game script and they can't run the ball.
Kramer, do you have any more regular props to give out? Well, we got our
regular, then we got a ladder.
We got ladders and parlays.
Absolutely.
I do have 2 anytime touchdowns written down on the bottom of my sheet.
Okay.
I've not bet them yet.
Okay.
Jake Browning.
Yep.
Plus 850.
Whoa, where'd you get the 850?
Blue Book.
Huh.
Yeah. Shop at the Blue.
Touchdowns
at the Blue
I just
Book.
put one in through the Blue Book and it was only 7-1.
Let's pull it up.
Just double check.
No, I mean,
if it's 850, that's even better.
I was doing the notes a couple hours ago, so maybe it's changed.
People are hammering the Jake Browning. Yes, I also like Jake Browning, and he's had 8
You're
starts.
right. It is 7-1 now. It was being discussed on a major betting network by a fantasy guy.
He has 8 starts.
Hall of Famer. Though.
He has 4.
He's a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's not a fantasy guy. It's a little disrespectful for. I mean, he's got the
I
blazer.
was so mad. This motherfucker.
8 games. He has had 4 rushing touchdowns. I love the Jake Browning.
Wow, that's amazing.
Friend of the program, because we've won 2 touchdown bets with him before, and I probably should just. I'll mention the price, but it's Roshan Johnson, who I understand he hasn't gotten a lot of work. He's 10-1 in the anytime.
It's crazy.
It's 10-1 in the anytime. So I'm probably going to end up putting whatever my my kickback is, my rake back is this week. I'm probably going to drop that in on a Roshan anytime. Little short term investment volatility.
Love it.
Yes, if you are on my bookie, they do a rake back, which is basically like you getting a little free play back. So make sure you hit over my bookie plus, I think it is, where you can see if you've been playing on my book, you might have some rake back you can claim. Right?
Yeah, it's like they have this little timer.
It is tempting because they tell you when your next rake back occurs, and it's
and also say pay attention because there are based on what level you're at. There's random they'll send you random messages about like, oh, get 10 spins at whatever slot for free, but it counts towards your points.
Yeah,
come on,
Kramer does all the systems. Kramer's a gold member over at MyBookie Plus. Hey, let's give out an Underdog fantasy entry. Of course, build your own Underdog. Pick them over at Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code SGPN. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. CJ,
I'll throw that Odunze out there. Higher than 60.5 yards from the bullpen to Underdog. I like that.
How does
Underdog has it 62.5? We still fine with that?
You can spice that up to 79.5 if you want. I don't care. I don't care.
Do we want to push it up to 69? We could.
What can you push it to? What's
I'm
the first one?
Good. I'm not. These projections don't come with good value.
Okay.
I think we just stick where we're at.
All right.
So higher on the Odunze receiving yards. Kramer, what would you like to contribute to the entry?
Man, I think we've talked about it so much, but do we agree that the tight end angle against? Do you like the tight end against Green Bay or Carolina better?
I'll tell you right now.
Do we want to put Pitts in there?
Carolina.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Kyle Pitts.
No, maybe this is
Green Bay's actually a tough tight end match.
Kyle Pitts, 39.5 receiving yards, right?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do? So Kyle Pitts.
What's the touch? Do we want to do a touchdown? It's not a great.
Keep it simple.
It's not a great projection.
Kyle Pitts higher, 39.5.
7.75 fantasy points.
I like your receiving yards.
Okay.
It's simple.
Okay.
Kyle Pitts higher 39.5 receiving yards. Rome Odunze higher 62.5 receiving yards, and give me Saquon Barkley higher 88.5 receiving yards.
Gonna burn all the
rushing yards.
Rushing yards.
You said 88.5, right?
88.
Yeah, I think that's rushing. So I hope that's
Wait,
rushing.
what did we get in the last episode when you put
85.5?
Okay.
Oh wait, you're right. I used it last night.
You can't use it again.
All right.
Thank God.
He's averaging 200. Well, stay tuned for my ladder, but you might be hearing a little bit more about this guy who's averaging 230 yards per game last week against. All right, I will pivot. I will go.
Yeah, we have Barkley 85.5 with Higgins 51.5 already.
I'll go to.
I like how you build. We build up these portfolios. And reminders for those who missed the Thursday night show. Achan higher 35.5, Kincaid higher 29.5. Both those numbers have moved, Sean. We are sharp.
All right, we'll go Showtime Mahomes. Give me Patrick Mahomes on rushing. And he is
I can add to this
29.5.
I can add so on top of I almost certainly they won't spy him, and there will be plays where they run like half man, half zone, and the zone side has nothing there. Like the idea that he can do most of this in one play. Do you remember the Joe Burrow run against the Giants defense?
Yes.
I mean, there will be.
I do. That was a Sunday night game as well, right?
Yeah. There will be a ridiculously long run in this game, I think, from Mahomes. I'm going to co-sign this with you. I'm going to jot it down on my sheet if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, well, that's always a good sign, CJ. Right when he jots it down,
if he's
willing to accept
and possibly tailing. That's amazing. That's the ultimate.
And so officially, we have
only the good ones.
Kyle Pitts higher 39.5 receiving yards. Patrick Mahomes higher 29.5 rush yards. Rome Odunze higher 62.5 receiving yards. $100 entry returns you $600. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you with props.
Props.
courtesy of CJ DeLon, aka Celine. Wait, no, it wasn't Celine Dion.
I was trying to figure out, is this some artist that I'm not familiar with?
That's Gloria Estefan, isn't it?
Gloria Estefan. CJ Estefan. Well, I could be. As far as confusing stuff, I could have got
even
really
more insulting as the Girls Gone Wild music playing to represent Latino.
Come on, Latino music.
Yeah.
First thing I think of with Caribbean Latin music is the steel drum. Of course, Rhythm is back, better than ever, baby. 25% off with the promo code SGPN25, and it is just a Propapalooza. Oh, here's a good one. Always enjoy this guy, Adam Thielen. You want to know Carson Wentz? He's going to check it down to a reliable white guy like Adam Thielen. Rhythm agrees. You can get over 2.5 receptions at plus 124.
Adam Thielen and the Minnesota Sound Machine, I believe is.
Adam hooked on a Thielen.
Yes.
And download Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial and 25% off your first month. Promo code SGPN25.
Adam, I got a Thielen.
Not bad.
I got a Thielen. We're going to be talking some ladders.
Yes.
Kramer, why don't you give out your ladder?
So I think earlier today in the office, I was deep. Yeah, we're frozen. I'm not sure. There we go.
There we are.
I was doing what I normally do, which is consuming the internet, and I came across a nice graph that essentially had targets per route run as the y-axis, and the x-axis was separation, some metric that they call ASS, which is average separation score. It is funny to see it say like great ass, like great targets,
above average ass,
or like I think they say sad ass when it's not good.
Nothing worse than sad ass.
And so they what stood out were there were two receivers that were getting destroying the rest of the NFL in separation.
An ass?
Not an ass. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. They have the greatest asses in the NFL. One is Jalen Naylor, which I think probably has more to do with the coverage that he's receiving and the fact that he often runs in a straight line down the field. So maybe he's breaking the system a little. But the other, which I guess now that I'm saying it out loud, probably doing the same thing, Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden has the highest ass score in the NFL.
Yeah, great ass.
And
he's got great ass,
and he's young ass too.
And
it's always tighter.
And I think you mentioned it last week, Sean, after watching that Thursday night game. God, they were close to connecting a couple times with Matthew Golden. I thought about playing the over on his first catch, 9.5 yards. It's a little too juicy. I thought about playing the longest catch, which I believe is something like 17.5. Seems incredibly low, but why do any of that when you can ladder this fucker all the way up? Baseline of the ladder is 30.5.
Wow.
Which that feels like a very strong play as is. Now, I think if this happens, it's going to happen with a couple big catches. And I'll just let it get all the way.
You can talk over the ladder.
And talking to a friend of the program, Adam Rosenberg, he likes, if you can find ladders on longest reception, he also likes playing that. But I'm saying we go from the 30, which is a strong play. I'll play that just like I play all these other props. Same bet size. We're going to jump right up to 50 plus 220. From there, we're going to jump up to 70 plus 490. Then we're going to go right to 90 yards plus 920. And if he has a 100-yard game, it's 14-1. I will also be looking for most receiving yards on the weekend. I think I shouldn't say the one thing, but if you watch the Baltimore game last weekend, my God, did Lamar do a lot with few passes because he was shredding them deep down the field. I absolutely think, and I kind of like the idea of Joe Flacco hearing people saying he needs to be sat down for Gabriel, and we see a little shootout in this game.
Joe Flacco needs that motivation.
The Packers defense is going to have a letdown spot. It's very obvious.
Yeah.
And I think everyone assumes this is going to be a lower scoring game. I mean, Junkins is back to give them a little bit of pop in the run game, the play. So yeah, I think this could be a shootout. And like I said, 100 yards, 14-1. So on the sheet in Patreon, I'll include the full ladder from 30 all the way to 100 without the missing steps. But it's like check out my OnlyFans for the 80 yard
link in bio, right? That's what the whores say.
Yeah, link in bio for the 80 yards plus ladder.
Spicy price. Link in my bio.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln bio.
All right, for me, the ladder I've been tiptoeing around, but Saquon Barkley's awesome. The Rams cannot stop the run.
Here we
160 yards is plus 1080. 170 yards plus 1540. 180 yards 20-1 to get 180 yards. Reminder: he had 200 plus yards in both games against the Rams
last year.
190 is 32-1. Him to get 30 yards below his average against the Rams, which would be 200 yards. He's averaging 230 yards per game against the Rams last year. For him to just get 200 yards is 40-1. That's insane.
Wow.
Barkley, let's fucking go. Jordan Mailata is fired up about all the shit they're talking about. Oh, it makes my blood boil. These things they're saying about our team. Saquon, who was he's due for an awesome breakout game here. And I think the Eagles' offensive line is going to be fired up. They're going to be blowing off the line, and look out.
Doing a lot
the
of
Rams
media.
The Rams can't stop the line. They're doing a lot of media. You mean the same fucking Eagles weekly show he does?
A lot of media is going on, Sean.
Anything to find hate?
Not hate. It's I'm
hate.
I'm a journalist, and this is just data that the listeners should have.
What's the how many yards did Saquon Barkley have last year?
Last year, yeah.
Against the Rams.
No, your stats were 100. I didn't correct you on any of those stats because they were accurate.
What did you correct me on?
That it was last year.
I didn't say it was this year.
Yeah. I was just pointing out that's last
Correction
year.
would be if I said something incorrect and you corrected it. But I said last year. Yeah.
Last year. I was emphasizing last year.
Okay. CJ, what is your ladder?
All right, so the ladder is the fifth prop, right?
Did you not give out 5?
No, we usually do 5 and the ladder.
Did we all give out 5?
I gave out 5,
like 8,
but I might have jumped in line.
I think you did. Let me just slip it in there real quick because anyway, and all audience knows what it is, so I don't even have to break it. And there's nothing to break down. Apostrophe gang over 1.5 field goals.
Stand
so lock that in.
What's the best price you're seeing right now?
Just like geometry class, it's a given, as they say. Number one, Cammy Fairbairn. They still won't mess around. Maybe because it's on the road, it's 125. It's still very reasonable. A little upset that it took till the fourth quarter for him to get it last Monday night, but that was not on the apostrophe. That was in the coach going for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on a lot of different things there. And it was on Stroud taking a ridiculous sack. I mean, he could have easily had 4 or 5 field goals. It's insane.
A lot of. I'm sure someone is covering the metric of like kicking points expected.
Yeah, expected kickers.
Yeah, expected kicking points.
The
and he's just coming
gang
up.
takes that all in. All right, now during rehearsal and pre-show meetings as well, we're just talking ladders. We're trying to outladder our odds a little bit. You know, we start trying a ladder measuring contest, if you will.
Oh yeah,
and I was telling him, we were talking about how DraftKings, and I got this off DraftKings. They have some outrageous numbers. I have one where it's 39-1 just for this man to do what he did last week. And that perplexed our man Kramer over here, who literally started rubbing the chin a little bit, the old considering the chin. Who could he be possibly thinking of? Now, there's 2 different ways we can go at it. I'll ask the panel which one you think is better. But I'm looking at Jalen Warren receptions.
Ooh.
He had 4 catches for 86 yards last week. One was a 60-yard amazing play that they showed. Obviously, it was a big play, but he's caught all 6 targets of so far this year. He has 108 yards and a touchdown receiving, which is more than his rushing yards. More importantly, he's got the attention of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers said, Jalen is a great player. That was an awesome catch and run. He brings a lot to the table. We might have to keep giving him more opportunities in the pass game because every time he touches it, something good happens.
And going up against the Patriots just let up 8 catches, 92 yards to Devin Achane.
110 reception yards on 11 catches to Miami running backs last week.
Great call. Yeah, no, I love this angle.
Yep.
CJ. What? So you're saying? Do we think we do?
And this was
catches?
against a good Seattle defense last week. He did. So receptions is a little more reasonable, I would think, because the yards was breaking. But like here's how that, and that's still pretty well. I mean, if he has 4 catches over 3.5, that's plus 160 because we don't get out of bed for minus money.
No, come on.
No, we do ladders. 5 catches, plus 353. 6 catches, and he had 4 last week, plus 750. 7 catches, plus 1540. 8 catches, 32-1 for 8 catches for Jalen Warren. After Rodgers says we need to get him more involved in the passing game. Now, if you want to go yards, like I said, he had an 86 last week. 40 yards plus 320, 50 plus 553, 60 plus 910, 80 is 26-1, and 90 is 39-1. For crying out loud.
Yeah, I love this.
What do you like better, Ryan? The yards or the receptions? I guess I like the yards because he has a chance to break something. But
I think this is good. You're going to see a classic. Like they're just going to give him that swing pass over and over again.
But maybe take the receptions.
Yeah. I mean, I
like both. I'm trying to think.
I think receptions is more trustworthy for sure.
But I think honestly,
he's going to get the design stuff.
Yeah.
If like this is a big ceiling, so you got to do some form of like 9 catches with 50 yards or something like
9 catches, 50 yards, or the other way, 3 catches for 70 yards.
This is a scary reverse correlation one, just because if I was going to play the reverse correlation, it would be over catches, under yards.
I like that too.
But I'd rather play over on both.
Shout out to the Hastronaut, all-time chat name.
Woo, ain't smoking my weed.
Listen to the show out loud at the Denver airport so everyone else can hear these bangers.
I can't recommend.
Hey, don't look in the basement of the Denver airport. If you're walking around at the Denver airport, do not go into that underground area.
That could be maybe the first episode of More Questions Than Answers. We can explore the fully autonomous dream of the Denver airport.
I've slept overnight in that airport.
Oh yeah, I actually love that airport. Great airport. All right, Todd.
You would say that.
Yeah, of course.
Which way do you blink, Sean?
Vertically? What do you mean? Are there horizontal blinkers?
I'm gonna get a message from Patrick Fisher now.
Okay.
He always sends me some wild ass shit after I talk about wild ass shit.
The truth is out there.
Yeah, I love the truth. Please send me all the truths, people. At Kramer Centric.
Time for the
#Legends only
parlay. I'll start. Love the Carson Wentz anytime touchdown. I think he gets in. I love desperate quarterbacks. Kramer mentioned it earlier. I co-sign it. 4 rushing touchdowns in 8 games. That is not an accident. That's something that's going to happen. Jake Browning, Carson Wentz, and then Captain. I
have to do this. I think I can't let Sean win the Browning Wentz parlay.
I mean, it's staring us right in the face. And also both these guys are guys that when they play, I go, oh, I got to play their anytime touchdown. And the price is that Jake Browning's had a touchdown in half his games as a starter.
You
Wentz is 2 out of his last 3. Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams is actually what I'm going with, not Patrick Mahomes. I do like Patrick Mahomes, but I'm going to go Caleb Williams, Carson Wentz, Jake Browning. Now I do have to play Mahomes.
You said they're staring right in your face, like
the TDs. Well, that's why I mess up sometimes because I get sweet 3 TDs like that. That movie.
What?
What's a futuristic? Demolition Man.
No, you're not Demolition. No, come on.
Bruce Willis is in it?
No, we're gonna let you. It's Schwarzenegger. We're gonna let him figure us out. We're not helping you on this one.
I'm horrible with movies.
I was gonna say this.
I'll
is
let
where
the chat figure it out.
I can't do any.
It's
better.
the future movie with Schwarzenegger with the 3
Sharon Stones in it, a breast on the back.
Running Man.
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Come on.
Which
They're
is
on
ironic
Mars.
because I have no recall.
They're on Mars.
All right. Fresh start. Carson Wentz, Jake Browning, Caleb Williams. The Cowboys have actually led up 2 rushing touchdowns, of course, to Jalen Hurts. And you think like, oh, that's throwing off the sample size because they lead the league. They led the league last year in rushing touchdowns allowed to the quarterback. Caleb Williams, he realizes, hey, things are going well. That first game when I ran in for a touchdown, I'm going to run it back. So Caleb Williams, Carson Wentz, Jake Browning, all to get in the end zone. 180-1, baby.
Wow.
Let it ride.
I like that.
But everyone should just do the single game Wentz
Yes,
Browning.
and I'm also round robin.
How about a Wentz Browning both defenses? Both. I mean, that's no. It's fade of both quarterbacks.
I mean, that's the type of game it feels like
Wentz
it's going
gives
to
up a
be.
defensive touchdown. Browning is going to give up a defensive touchdown as well. What are we talking about here? I just switched my parlay. If we're all doing the Wentz Browning,
you just solved the riddle. I think.
Yes. Oh man, that one's beautiful. What's that? Fire that one in there.
Oh, I'm frozen right now.
I also tossed a little Caleb in there as well. I mean, but that was if I really wanted to juice it up. But now that's my favorite parlay there. Both quarterbacks with both defenses, and
Oh yeah, I think the site I'm on is not offering. They wait until the last minute to put the defenses up. They know.
I'll put it in there. Let me get it in there. I'll find it. You do yours. I'll find it.
All right. I was just locking in that Wentz Browning touchdown. I mean, Sean's right. It's I'm limited. Shit. I gotta reduce.
And I just realized I accidentally put in the Patrick Mahomes version. So I'm going to play both Jake Browning, Carson Wentz, and Patrick Mahomes, and Jake Browning, Carson Wentz, and Caleb Williams because they're both just in case. Let's go, baby.
All right,
Kramer, what do you got?
Got this in earlier. I like the anytime touchdown, defensive parlay. CJ mentioned one, and this was the starting point. This was the non-negotiable starting point of my round robin. Cincinnati. We're fading Carson Wentz in a defense. Again, you talk about pricing.
Love it.
A cheap price 5-1. Expensive price 5-1. A cheap price is out towards 9-1. They're 9-1 to score a touchdown. Carson Wentz is the quarterback, and he's got a third string left tackle and a backup center. The second one,
it writes itself.
The second one, it hasn't happened yet, but what if Daniel Jones turns into a pumpkin against this Tennessee defense on the road?
Impossible.
Plus 850
against
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's great.
And then the last one, it's Spencer Rattler on the road.
Oh,
Seattle only plus 550. We're gonna round robin it. The 3-way is gonna run you 60 for 100. All right, so if you had because what I did was I spread 50 across basically. So we got it's plus 6, so it's 60K on 100 for the 3-way, and it's about 11K a piece for the 2. Plus 61650 for the 3, and plus 7291 for the 2s aggregated.
Yes.
I mean, when I hit one of these, it's gonna be awesome.
I love it.
Thank you.
Round robin.
Let's go, CJ. Time for a DGen only parlay.
DGen only. I'm giving out 2 because
nice
because of the one that just popped up. It's too gorgeous to look at not to give out. I mean,
they're right in your face. What are you gonna do?
Wait to hear the one that just created. It's so clean too. Then that's Sin, Min, Wentz, Browning, Cincinnati defense or special teams, Minnesota defense or special teams, Carson Wentz, Jake Browning. It is a clean 1,000 to 1 parlay. I mean,
all right. Now we got to put it in.
Have to do it. It just has to be done.
Put $1 on it.
That game has been solved. They will both score, and they will both allow a defensive touchdown. Now, the reasonable one I gave out there, which is only a 390 to 1, 390 to 1 DGen parlay. 2 things that needed to happen. That's all. The old 2x4 as we did. The
2x4s.
2 touchdowns. I look for a nice 2 touchdown. I like possible goal line backs and 2 touchdowns. I was hoping for a Zach Charbonnet price to get good after he did nothing last week, but they still have him at like 8 to 1. Not worth it. Not worth getting out of bed for. But you mentioned him earlier, Quinshon Judkins. Not only is he back obviously for Cleveland, but I like players. I like players that come back that have something to prove. That have had like legal troubles, whatever it is. I want to prove something to their team.
Yes.
He was the reason why they're out there. So he'll be living with fury. Young rookie running back drafted before Trayvon Henderson. Obviously, on the same team as Ohio State. He's 22 to 1 for 2 touchdowns. Toss in Tyler Algier, which we mentioned before, at 16 to 1. That's 390 to 1. 2 touchdowns versus a horrible Carolina rush defense. Now, obviously, Green Bay has a good defense, but I have faith in Quinshon Judkins. He will be the goal line back too, no matter what.
This was on my notes list for the VSiN show. Very, very sharp.
Look
play.
at that on the notes list.
I obviously it's tough because they're not expected to score a lot.
Right.
But man, he definitely looks like this could be the game that he destroys his projections, and he looks good. He looked way better in terms of the college. Like if you watch them both at Ohio State,
he looks like more of the NFL back for sure of the two.
I mean, he had something crazy like 60 yards on 10 carries, and he only played like 18 snaps.
Right.
They were super high on it.
And he just signed.
And you're right, and all his numbers are low because they think he's gonna be on the pitch count. He's gonna come out.
No,
they need somebody.
He had like 2 days of practice, and they gave him double-digit carries.
Yeah, who cares? They need him, and I think he's gonna explode.
He's good.
I just realized I can hit both the Caleb Williams, Carson Wentz, Jake Browning touchdown parlay and the Patrick Mahomes, Carson Wentz, Jake Browning touchdown parlay.
What do you mean?
Well, in my head, I was like, oh, well,
you can only hit one.
Well, I just thought no way both could hit, but I realized both could hit. Maybe I have to do a 4 version of this. All right. Good times as always. Appreciate everyone commenting, hitting us 5 stars on the Spotify, answering all your questions, comments over there. Even the mean comments, I'll respond to you politely. CJ, make sure you check out CJ Bottom Line Bombs. Kramer, we are playing Seattle in our Survivor because it was locked in. CJ, man in the box, what are you doing with your Survivor plays?
I have 2 on Seattle as well, 2 on Buffalo tonight because I have Thursday night equity. I don't have future equity, but Thursday night equity. 2 on Buffalo, 2 in Seattle, and my 5th one, I have a very terrifying Tampa Bay. I feel horrible about it. I do. I feel even worse.
Sorry we brought it up.
I know. I feel absolutely awful.
Playing Tampa is because you don't think a lot of people are going to play them, and then
no, I think people want to play them. I'm fearful of them. I feel the Jets are going to take them outright. Tyrod Taylor terrifies me. The injury report, obviously for Tampa Bay, everything about it looks bad. Week 3 is known as the upset week, where you have a lot of 0-2 teams that are desperate. I think it's the highest percentage of favorites of 6 or more get upset on week 3 in the regular season by a lot too. It's like 56% or so. It's crazy. So one of those teams will lose. I don't think it will be Seattle. I actually do think it's Tampa Bay. So I'm already burning that entry.
Fair enough.
The only thing that's saving us is the uniforms Tampa Bay is wearing. They're going through the old school.
Oh, the creamsicles? Yeah, it's tough. Feel like their record with the creamsicles is good, but I thought the same thing about the Titans and those sweet Oilers throwbacks. And
well, that's a slap in the face to Houston.
Yeah, that really is personal.
When you take the city's mask, the Tennessee Oilers is ridiculous.
Good times as always, and of course, tune in tomorrow night live on VSiN.
Yes,
Sirius XM. You can watch us on YouTube TV as well, VSiN.com if you have the VSiN Pro subscription. Good times, Ryan. We're going to be talking more ladders, some bonus props, show you some more TD bets, show you our TDs. CJ, are you around? Are you going to be on the VSiN show?
I think I might make an appearance on the VSiN show this Friday night. Wow. I was on location in Ontario, California, the bad part of the OC last week. I could not make it there. The reception is awful in the Inland Empire, but I will be around. So if you guys will have me, I will pop on the VSiN show.
We gotta cash one of these pleaser cards as well.
The one and thank you guys for giving me the pleaser in my honor, even though I was not.
I think it went 0-3, but yeah.
But it
was close.
But 2 of them should have definitely hit, and the one that probably shouldn't have was Denver, and that was close. But the other 2 should have hit, no doubt.
Jacksonville and Cardinals.
Yeah, both of them.
And both of those teams didn't end up covering
at all
the game, let alone the pleaser.
One didn't even win.
It's devastating.
All right, we're gonna hit some pleasers. We're gonna hit some more bets. Of course, check it out. Appreciate everyone tuning in, and of course, as always,
let's make sure we plug my slot appearance. I will be playing as the Raiders as promised this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Slot.
Special slot appearance, a meet and greet after our VSiN show, 10 o'clock local time there. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
And free drinks at the Golden Gate from 6 to 7 before the show, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.
That started this week, the 6 to 7 Golden